Talking about things I love, big up my guy. Big up my guy. Big up my guy, Interracial Sex, right? Also known as, what is it, MoMA PS1 or whatever his fucking DJ name is. By the way, figure out one name, my friend. If you're watching this after the fact, figure out a name. Stick with it, please. But my guy, Interracial Sex, aka MoMA PS5, made this really funny post on Instagram that made me fucking laugh. It made me think, oh shit. So I guess I kind of know Azealia Banks through other people. So randomly, Azealia Banks posted on her Twitter, I really, really want to do a podcast and have wanted to for years, but no one will help me do it, which is loser behavior, to be fair, because I'm a big believer in, never asking people for help with these type of things. You don't need anyone to help you do anything. You just go ahead and fucking do it. That's basically what you do. You don't need anybody to help you out. You just go ahead and fucking do it. Especially with podcasts, like when I first started, I was doing mine using a fucking dictaphone. Digital dictaphone thing, like a Sony thing that journalists used to record press conferences and interviews and shit. And I would record my voice on that. Then I'd fucking chuck that shit onto fucking onto some sort of audio app. I think I was using Audacity at that time. I don't even think I was using GarageBand. I think I was using Audacity, and I'd clip that and upload that onto a fucking whatever podcasting site server shit. So you don't actually need anyone to help you. It's super easy to do. You can just talk into your phone and basically convert that video into an MP3 and chuck it onto YouTube, and Bob's your uncle, you got a podcast. So I don't even think you need any help. But regardless, you needed some help. And then my guy, Interracial Sex, aka MoMA PS5, decided to quote tweet and share some information regarding Azealia Banks's failed podcast project, which is interesting because I've always thought like Azealia Banks is a very opinionated, a very hot takey person, right, with no filter. She would be great for a pod. But then again, I also imagine she's probably like a Vince Staples type of person where she probably doesn't mind coming on a pod and being a guest, but she probably wouldn't want to do like a regular pod where she's like publishing like 2 episodes a week. You know what I mean? I don't think she's got that in her. But to be a guest here and there, she would be great. Which is also why I'm surprised why she does not guest more often on pods. I thought she was going to be a guest on Red Scare like properly one time, but I think after all the shit she said about Anna, she kind of went in on Anna Cashin from Red Scare. I don't think she's going to be on there anytime soon. But anyway, regardless, Interracial Sex, aka MoMA PS5, explains why that podcast project failed. He quote tweets her and says, so basically we were gonna do a podcast, but she was racist as fuck to my Persian producer friend and editor team, then had an episode and tried to physically assault me with a family-sized bottle of sriracha sauce because I wouldn't have sex with you. That's a weird sentence, by the way, but yeah, I get what he means. It's cool though, he says at the bottom, I'm gonna tell the story on my own podcast, MoMA PS5. Just give me like 2 days. It's crazy our story. And this completely makes sense. Like lately, Azealia Banks has been on the mad one. She's been on some super hardcore Zionist tip, essentially saying that Palestinians deserve what they got, like going like, just doing her standard contrarian thing. There was a period of time where people were loving her. I think she's kind of allergic to people liking her, I think. I forgot where it was, but I think on the timeline people were really liking what she was saying, and I think she didn't enjoy all the kind of love that she was getting on social media. So she thought, you know what, let me upset everybody by saying fuck Palestine, long live Israel, and everyone kind of got mad at her once again. So now she's kind of slunked off, and I think because of some of her rants, she actually got taken off a couple of festivals. Actually, she's not been booked. I think she got taken off a couple of festivals in Europe, which is kind of sad for her because I think part of her move to Europe, because I think she lives in Sweden now, was because of the festivals. She was going to have a really booked and busy summer festival season out here in Europe, but because of her rants online, on Twitter especially, those gigs are all fucking gone now. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, if I was this guy, I would have smashed. I know she's crazy. I know you might die. I know she might put a hex on you. You might wake up with no limbs. You might wake up and be a cat. You might wake up and you've been reincarnated as a fucking cat. Maybe one of her cats that she's fucking buried, right? But it's worth it. I think, you know what, we enough with Azealia Banks, even if you don't smash, I think the story is still quite entertaining, Just the nearly story, or you turning it down, is just as entertaining as you saying, yeah, I did, because everyone want to hear that story. It's like, myself, I can't wait for the time where Dave Chappelle feels confident enough to share his side of the story about what went down with him and Azealia Banks. you know, because she obviously shared what went down. You know, she was very impressed with his girth, let's say. But I can't wait until Dave Chappelle is allowed to, or maybe his wife gives him permission to share that story, even though, you know, it's not the best because, you know, most likely, you know, he might get in trouble for it. But I really want to hear it. But big up interracial sex, big up interracial sex for that great little tidbit of information regarding the one and only Azealia Banks.